Hi, friends. How is everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. Wow, I have been completely off my schedule this week. I have been working in overtime, and I'm sorry, I'm late. I know I'm supposed to be on at 9 a.m., but I'm here right now. So, guys, just to let you know what we're about to do here is I'm going to do a reading. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be doing readings for from the tarot card deck. And for any of you guys who are like a little freaked out about tarot, I want to rest assured for you. I do a little rest assured for you guys that you don't have to be worried about the tarot card deck, because it's really more like, if you look at this is all like basically reading a card. It's basically learning from each single one of these. Is like a book, it's a novel, or it's, you can think of it as like a kind of like an encyclopedia. No, less of an encyclopedia, because it isn't so much nonfiction. What it is they're stories, right? Just like paintings, they're stories, and you learn a lot from the characters then in there. There are things within the colors or the settings, or there's characters. So yes, I know that I start almost every single show with this, but because I know that there are so many of you guys who are new, I just wanted to share that. Please don't be afraid of them. They are actually just great sources of clarity, and also trying to understand what's going on in the unconscious. Because oftentimes what we pull is always what we need, and there are little nuggets of wisdom within the card. So we have been going through the entire deck for. We've been going one card a day, and then after that, I end up pulling a card for other folks. But I wanted to share this card with you today, which is number 13. 13 is all about death. Oof, gosh, what a loaded term, especially since we are thinking about that quite a bit these days, right? I don't know about you, but yes, like it's something that has definitely been of top of mind for a lot of us. And what I want to share with you about death is that we know there's something called the circle of life. The circle of life. Okay, so I know this isn't a Lion King skit, but the circle of life, we know, is birth and death, birth and death, and birth and death. And if you happen to be of a different, you're of a non-Western philosophy of living, there is this idea of reincarnation. And what we know about incarnation is that we come back, or that, there's regeneration. And things, if we think about death, not even just in the physical sense, but death as in terms of like what it means when things end, right? When there's cessation. We think about death as this potential opportunity where we are more or less focused on, I would say more or less we're focused on the possibilities of like what can happen when we close that one door and then we open another one. So we got this one, which is death. And what we see here is we see skeleton, and there's the scythe, right? That's kind of, to me, that reminds me a lot of Sleepy Hollow or Harry Potter, actually. And in the background, what we see is like these creatures that are watery in nature. We see the blue, and the character is actually quite black. And the way that there's a positioning is almost like he's rejecting the spirals that are coming towards him. Now, with the Thoth deck, and the Thoth deck is like basically, it's a deck. It's a type of tarot deck. What we know about this one is that this one is about. Oops, give me 1 second. I just want to see something. This is basically when we're saying goodbye. We're entering into this place where something is ending, and we know that something will begin. I just gave today a workshop and it was all about talking about, the ways in which we're pivoting. And one of the really interesting things that I found is during this time, as a lot of us are going through transformation and change, is that what is certain is we're going to go through change no matter what, regardless. And that death is inevitable and change is inevitable, right? So nothing lasts, nothing's permanent, and things will change. Death and rebirth is the natural circle of life. We are reminded by this, right, that sometimes, so when we get over encumbered by this idea or this fear, when we really, really get scared of this omen, is that maybe we're not willing to accept something that might be entering into our life. Maybe that there's, so something that we're not receiving or accepting. And so maybe there's a point to think about what are the ways in which we can potentially receive or accept something so that a new door can open. So I just wanted to share that information with you. And it's pretty quiet in here today. I know it's actually been pretty quiet the last few days. I'm really sorry because I haven't been showing up as I should be, normally at 9 a.m. And I think I'm going to have to readjust that time. But anyways, I'm going to try to come back on tomorrow at 9. And so anyways, I'm really excited. Thank you for joining, and we'll catch up later. Ciao.